everyone. I am so glad that you're here with me today. Welcome to the Marketing Managed Build the Perfect Binder Facebook Live. If you are overwhelmed with your marketing and you want to get organized, you are in the right place. We're going to chat about the Marketing Binder Bootcamp course that is available on Brilliance. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And while we are waiting a minute or so for everyone to hop on, share what kind of business you have and where you're located in the chat. It's always so fun to see where everybody's coming from and what kind of businesses you have. I'm going to see if I can get you here on my phone too. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so let me just make sure. Here we are. While we're waiting for people to drop in where they're coming from and what kind of business they have, I'm just going to take a minute to introduce myself. I'm Beverly Cornell, and I am the founder and growth and reputation strategist at BC and Associates Marketing. And I am so thrilled that you're here. Over 25 years, I've been helping retailers and service-based businesses get organized and take control of their marketing. And if you've ever felt like you are juggling promotions, events, social media budgets, analytics, and keeping your team on the same page, then guess what? This session is perfect for you. Also, you're going to want to stick around until the very end because we have a great offer that you won't want to miss. So let's see here. I think some people have come in. Pet Retail in Connecticut. Awesome. Hi, Amy. Anita. Hi, Anita. I'm so excited you're here. Allison from Scuba Training. Very cool. Nancy from a Michigan Quilt Shop. Scrubs. Awesome. Oh, so cool. Some retail home decor, dog, scuba, quilting. Amazing. So many fun businesses. That's great. So anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge fan of checklists and goal setting because they bring clarity and focus. But I know that even when you love what you do, staying organized and accountable can be really tough. People who run 1 to 2 person shops are pulled into so many directions to keep their business going every single day. And that's why I created the Marketing Binder Bootcamp to help you build a system that gives you control over your marketing, aligns your entire team, and allows you to grow really strategically. So share in the chat what part of your marketing feels the most chaotic or overwhelming right now. Let's get a sense of where everyone is at. Everybody starts at a different place. Some people are more organized, some people are less organized. It just means that you haven't found the system that works for you. So it's really important to see where everybody is. What are you most struggling with, is most chaotic right now? A lot of people struggle with communicating to their teams because everybody's comes in at different shifts and different times. Maybe there's multiple locations and trying to get everybody on the same page for multiple locations. Some people, it just might be getting all their events and plans for their promotions all on a calendar. Some people might be, oh, I love this. Amy says consistency. Consistency is huge, right? Everybody has great ideas and they want to be organized and they want to do all the marketing things, but sometimes marketing doesn't get the love that it deserves because there's like clients who need your help or customers who need your help, right? Some people say just getting started, just getting a plan to start with. Yes, totally. All exactly the right things that people struggle with. You're not alone for sure in this process. It's a common struggle for entrepreneurs to stay organized and to keep their marketing in a central location because there are so many moving parts. I'm going to share a story about 2 different store owners. Now, their names and their stores have been changed to fictional names and stores to protect the innocent, but I want you to think about this and see where you sit when it comes to this. So example 1 is the unprepared store owner. So we're going to call her Sarah. She's the owner of a company called Paws and Treats, a pet supply shop that's doing okay, but she knows she needs more vendor support to grow. She heads to her big industry trade show with a few pieces of paper stuffed in her bag. She hasn't really planned out what she's going to ask her vendors for, but she's hoping that she can wing it. And at the first vendor's booth, it's super busy, as it usually is at trade shows. There's a long line of people waiting to talk. And when it's finally her turn, Sarah starts digging through her purse and the bag for some papers that she printed the night before. And she tries to explain the store's upcoming promotions, but she has to look up sales numbers on her phone. And while she's fumbling to find them, the vendor rep is getting visibly impatient because there's a long line of people waiting to talk to them. When she finally does find the numbers, they're incomplete, and she doesn't have any clear details on how the vendor could support her. The rep politely thanks her, but offers no real commitment, and Sarah leaves feeling deflated, realizing she wasn't as prepared as she should have been. Now, I want you to think about this next example. And this is ultimately where I want you to get at the end of the Marketing Binder Bootcamp. The prepared store owner. Meet Lisa, the owner of Pet Haven, who also went to the same trade show, but with a different approach. Before the show, she set up specific meeting times with key vendors. She arrived with a neatly organized marketing binder in hand, which included all of her sales figures, her entire promotional calendar, and specific sponsorship asks. At her first meeting, she greets the vendor rep by name and starts the conversation by showing her binder. She quickly flips to a section outlining her coming events, the exact sales growth her store has experienced, and detailed proposal for how the vendor can help promote their products in her store. It's clear, it's concise, and it's completely organized. The vendor rep is impressed. Not only does Lisa have all of her numbers ready, but she's also made it easy for the vendor to see exactly how their partnership will be mutually beneficial. They agree to sponsor her next big event and offer exclusive promotions for her customers. Lisa leaves feeling confident, energized, knowing she's not only secured vendor support, but also built a stronger business relationship by showing how professional she is and how organized her entire company is. So which store owner do you relate to more? Sarah, who came unprepared, or Lisa, who had everything organized and ready to go? And how would being more organized help you in your next big vendor meeting? You can drop it in the chat. I'd love to hear. But this is a very powerful example. And this is exactly kind of where our first, when we made the binder itself the first time, was because of a client of ours called the Pet Bistro. They were in a part of their business where they were growing and things became way more complicated. And so we needed a way to make sure everybody was on the same page and knew what was happening and when. And that was the birth of the Marketing Binder and how we came to the Marketing Binder Bootcamp. So the Pet Bistro is a whiz-bang mastermind group member, and they started with one store and they were doing really well. But as they grew, things became much more overwhelming. There were more promotions, there were more events, there were more team members. Everybody had to be kept in the loop, and there were way more vendor relationships to manage. Does that sound familiar? As you grow, things become more complicated. So that's why we built this custom marketing binder for them. This binder became, and here's like a, oh yeah, you can see, this is like a representation of it. So you can just see it's not anything super fancy on our end, but it is very organized and has tabs and everything organized in the tabs. But it became their go-to organizing tool for their sales data, their event schedules, their team communications, their marketing reach. So they had an overview of all of their reach, from Instagram to their email list to their Google My Business to the amount of reviews they had. Everything was all in the singular binder. And they used it to show their vendors at Global Pet Expo, which is the largest trade show, that they were serious about growth, which actually led to over $100,000 in sponsorships from their vendors to help them open their second location and with ongoing monthly promotions. $100,000. All of us would love an extra $100,000 to promote our store and our business. So this was an amazing opportunity for them. The best part, though, was having this system in place gave them confidence, gave them control, and the ability to grow faster than they would have without it. So imagine having that kind of organization and clarity in your business. Wouldn't that feel absolutely freaking amazing? I feel like everybody would say yes. I'm looking here. I don't see, did I miss anything? Structure, for sure. Ellison, I hear you, for sure, structure. Always seem to be flying by the seat of our pants and getting my employees to do what I need them to do. Huge. Oh my gosh. So many of us are trying to get everybody on the team on the same page, and communication is key. Nancy's saying, yes, 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 I want that. That's exactly what you want. So I love that you're here. This is great. So let me ask you so let's talk about why you should consider a marketing binder for your specific business. If you're managing a retail store or a service-based business, your marketing has a lot of moving parts. You have social media, you have events, you have vendor relationships, you have campaigns and budgets. And when this information is scattered, it's so hard to keep on top of things, even if you're really organized and you have the best of intentions. A marketing binder pulls it all together into one organized system. So this is a stat that I think is really powerful. According to CoSchedule, businesses that document their marketing strategies are 313% more likely to succeed than those that don't. With a plan, you stay focused, your team is aligned, and you can communicate confidently with your vendors and partners because you have documented what you have been doing and you have a clear outline of what you will be doing, as well as what exactly has been successful for your business. And Bob and Susan always talk about do more of what's working, right? And I know that so many of us we have limited resources of a team, we have limited resources of money, we have limited resources of time. And so we want to maximize all those resources the best that we can so that we can have better productivity, better results for our businesses. So take a moment and think, if you had all of your marketing efforts clearly laid out in one singular place, how much time do you think that would save you each and every week? Drop your estimate in the chat. Time is the one resource that we have the most limited amount of, right? It's the most precious thing that we have. How much time do you think it would save of having to go to the computer and find this, go to the desk and find this, go out to the register and find this? How much time do you think it could save you? Mill Hill Farm Supply says hours. And I truly do believe that. I think it would save us hours. Plus, don't you think it'd be more fun if it was all organized and it wouldn't feel so stressful? I feel like that's the thing, is it just makes us feel really stressed out about marketing because it's all over the place and that we have no way to kind of corral it into one singular helpful tool, as opposed to this thing that we feel like we have to do. And did we do that part? And did we do that part? And there are a lot of moving parts. Someone said days. Yes, days. Oh, yes, Carol, I'm with you. Like, we heard this from our clients that it's so much time and that people feel overwhelmed and confused and all that with what's happening. So we wanted to create something in a system that would help our customers, our clients, help them be more organized and focused. That's a lot of time, people, hours and days. I love it. It's really clear that getting organized can definitely save you time and also boost your success. So let's look at what goes inside a marketing binder. This is your big picture goals, your marketing plans, like everything, the big things that you're going to be doing. These are your seasonal campaigns broken down by month or quarter. This is who you serve. This is so your ideal client. It's everything that you plan to do to help grow. What are your big goals for your business? Is it a matter of more customers? Is it a matter of a higher spend? What is it that you want to accomplish so that everybody understands who your customer is and what your goals are? It's your calendars, a complete timeline of your promotions, events, and campaigns, so you always know what's happening and when. It's your budgets go in there. It's a section for tracking your marketing spend, how much you're investing, and where it's all going. Monetary resources are always limited, and tracking where they go gives you greater control. It's your campaign tracker. There's a space to monitor how well your campaigns are performing so you can see what's working and adjust what's not as needed. When everything is in one place, it's easy to stay on track, make your big decisions, keep the team on the same page, and show your vendors and partners that you have a solid plan, just like the Pet Bistro did. In the Marketing Binder Bootcamp, there's tons of downloads. There's me giving the tips and advice, and then there's downloads and actionable steps you can take to build your own marketing binder. There are 10 lessons clearly outlined with a short quiz at the end of every lesson. Super easy to do, super easy to follow. Even a supplies list that you might need so you're prepared when you want to build your binder. I know you're probably wondering what a successful marketing binder actually looks like. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples here. This is a sneak peek at the Pet Bistro's binder. This is from last year. So we got really creative. You can make it as simple or as creative as you want. Obviously, we're a marketing agency, so we love to make things look pretty. But here you can see every single day in September what's happening. You can see that there's a bounce back. You can see special days or holidays that are fun. And if we have a product to feature, we can. You can see that there is different month activities. You can see that they're closed on one day. You can see there's an anniversary party. You can see on the right side, there's a feature. That's the partner of the month, what that looks like, what they're offering. You can see for the anniversary party, what the actual deals are. You can see any follow-ups there, like Jill had to do something real quick. You can see any additional activities for the store for September. So every single team member knows when they come in for the day to look at this and see what's happening. There's even on like the 5th Saturday, what's happening. You can see that it's very clearly laid out. And in this case, it's very pretty, but it doesn't have to be this pretty. I don't want you to overthink this. This can be extremely simple. Just making your team aware of what's happening and what you're thinking and what you're doing. And then on the other side of it is tracking these activities. So once you do them, you want to measure. And the reason why you want to measure is that you can start to see some trends and some things that are happening. So in this case, this was regarding a raw and frozen foods category. We saw some trends happening, and we were able to talk about the growth that was happening in the store that was completely measured and also specific. So they can see if they're staying on target, they can identify what's working. And this is really useful when you have a vendor presentation, because you can actually show in a graph or in dollar amounts how much you all are growing and how invested you are in that category. Just going to take a quick look and make sure. No comments. Awesome. Okay. And then they had a specific campaign. So they did a bistro bowl boost where they were building a better bowl essentially in the store using a partner's food and some different toppers, things like that. And they actually like wrote up what the campaign was and what the results were. And in this case, it was like almost a 40% increase in the food buy by using this particular campaign. So if I'm a vendor and I look at that and I see my food may increase by 40%, that's a pretty significant amount. And I'm going to be interested in getting my food into that campaign. So having these numbers and the results are really powerful in telling the story of your marketing and what's working and what's not. And even for your team to understand that too, because sometimes the team doesn't always understand the why or the things that happen behind the scenes for these partnerships. This helps them understand that as well. On the actual course, we do a full walkthrough of how to build the binder, like in this course. So it gives you a sense of the clarity and control that all of it offers. We talk about the setup, we talk about the supplies, we talk about every single section, what needs to be in there, all the things you need to do to update it, and give you tips all along the way so that it's super easy to follow and create that binder in the first place. So now that you see some of it in action, would you think that having a tool like this would be helpful for your organization to keep you all organized? Drop it in the chat and let me see what you think. I feel like all of us want to be more organized. All of us want to have clarity and focus. All of us want to improve our marketing, improve our results for our store. And I think having it kind of laid out like this also, I said it creates clarity, but also creates confidence, because you can know that what you are actually learning and doing is working. Awesome. Scrubs Plus says yes. Allison says yes. So yes, this is amazing, right? Like it's a totally different way of thinking about all those marketing things that you have in your to-do list, but putting it together to tell a real true story of what's happening is the power of the binder. So one quick pro tip that I think a lot of people forget is that you don't have to choose between a physical binder and a digital binder. In fact, blending the two can make your binder even more powerful. So what one of our clients does is they actually have their numbers in an Excel doc, for example, and it's on Google Drive, but they have their overarching budget with a QR code on that page. So when they're updating it, they can just scan it, click it, and get in there and update any numbers or see where things are. So you can do this meld of digital and physical, or you can keep it completely digital or completely physical. It's up to you, but you can access, any live reports or use cloud storage to keep your team in the loop, especially if you have like multiple locations. But really, the thing is that if you do it this way, your binder becomes a living and evolving tool that works for you, whether you're in the office, at a vendor meeting, or working remotely, or if you have multiple store locations. Being able to scan, have the binder, be able to get access to things really makes things super easy and quick for you. One of the biggest benefits of the marketing binder is that it keeps your entire team on the same page. I know that somebody up above said the communication with the team was like huge. I think it was Nancy who said it. And so this is really a tool that you can keep everybody. So whether you're doing a staff meeting or a marketing meeting, you can always reference your marketing binder, bring it, open it, share it. One of our clients uses it right at the register, has it there open. They have to sign it when they come in for their shift so that you know that they've seen it. But when everyone knows what is supposed to happen and what's happening and who is responsible, that's the key, right? Who is accountable for their activities, there's a lot less confusion and a lot less last minute scrambling. I mean, there's things that we have to consider when we're having a promotion, right? Like, do we have to order extra inventory? Do we need any kind of supplies, like a table set up or any like cards that we need to leave out? Like, who's doing all those things? It's probably you right now. And so if you had an actual event, actual piece in the binder, like you had your overview for your event in the binder, you would see what the event is, what the purpose of the event is, who's responsible for what's happening when, what's the budget for it. And then at the end, you can do the results and see what the ROI, the return on investment was for that event, and whether you want to make any, debrief on what worked, what didn't work, what do we need to adjust, or maybe it's not worth doing again because it didn't get the results we wanted. So this is a way for everyone to be on the same page in the results as well. So this is the kind of exciting part. So now that you've seen the power of a marketing binder, I'm excited to offer you a special flash sale. For 3 days only, 3 days, people, 3 days, you can get 20% off the Marketing Binder Bootcamp, the course in retail brilliance that will help you build your own customized binder step by step. This course covers everything that you need from setting up your binder to tracking your marketing success and staying, the key, organized all year long. So to save 20%, your coupon code is going to be MBB20. So M for marketing, B for binder, B for bootcamp 20. The best part is Indy is going to add the link with the discount already built in. So you just have to click the link in the chat and it will take you directly to the discounted course on brilliance. Besides the Marketing Binder Bootcamp, we also offer the Marketing Clarity Blueprint course in the Retail Brilliance Training Program, which is perfect if you're looking to get clear on your overall marketing strategy. Both of our courses offer 10 lessons each, video instruction from me, and loads of easy-to-use worksheets to help you complete each lesson. So what's the difference? The Marketing Clarity Blueprint helps you find direction and focus in your marketing, ensuring you're working on the right things that drive growth. And the Marketing Binder Bootcamp, which we talked about today, is a step-by-step course on building your marketing binder to stay organized and on track. And that is the course that is on sale for 20% off today. Both of these courses are designed to help you take control of your marketing. And we're working on a couple more, which is super exciting. So if you're ready to finally get your marketing organized and take control, type yes in the chat. I want to hear, are you guys committed and ready? We're heading into the busy season. You need to take control of these upcoming promotions. You're heading into a new year. This is your opportunity to make it different, make it a better experience, make it more fun for you and your team because you're less stressed and more organized. Yes, thanks, Indy. I see the link. That's amazing. Appreciate you and all your tech support. If you have any questions on thanks, Nancy. Awesome. Now it's time to ask questions. You can feel free to ask me anything about the Marketing Binder course and how it could work for your business and how it helps your team stay organized, or any other questions you may have. You can drop those questions in the chat. I have a couple that I get common questions for, so I'll just lay those out first, Indy, and if there's any other questions, let me know. The first one a lot of people ask is, how do I keep the binder updated and make sure my team uses it regularly? Once you take the course and have your binder all set up, I suggest making time every single month to have a marketing meeting with your team or even with just yourself. Review the past month's activities and look forward for the next month or two to help with planning for staff, inventory, and even your social content, marketing content, emails you need to plan out for, and have everything planned out for the next couple of months. The other question I get a lot of is, what if I'm not a tech person? Can I still use this system? For sure. We have included a ton of free downloads to help you streamline your marketing. Simply download them, fill them out, and print them and 3-hole punch it and add them to a binder. Just follow the course and you'll be way more organized than before. So you don't need to be fancy or tech or understand how Google Drive works or any of that stuff. You just need to be able to print and fill out and do a 3-hole punch if that's as simple as you want to keep it. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can make this as creative or simple as possible. You can make it as techy. That's the beautiful thing about this, is that it's really at your own level and where you're at. Indy, are there any other questions?
Thank you so much for answering those frequently asked ones, Beverly. This is so great. And we know that Pet Bistro sings your praises all the time. So it's wonderful that this course exists so people can create their own marketing binder.
Yeah, I love working with them. They're a fun client for sure. And who doesn't love dogs and cats and all the good things. But yeah, I think it has really transformed so many of our clients and how they view their marketing, and brings a little bit more joy back to the process versus stress and overwhelm. So I really hope people will find it to be the same for you and have value in it, and will check out the course, especially with that 20% off deal that you have running right now.
Absolutely. And again, that's only for 3 days. That will end on September 27th. So make sure you go check out that link and get the course.
I think that's all for today then. Thank you so much for joining us. And don't forget that flash sale only lasts until the 27th.
Thanks,
Oh,
Beverly.
thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.